Hello everyone. Today is, I believe, day 4, and we are going to be working on the Rx7 today. In the last video, I installed the weather stripping. Still have some left, but oh well, on both doors. Also installed the rear end and put weather stripping for the rear hatch. And now this closes properly, so that's hype. But in today's video, we are going to be tackling the sunroof. Before I start, I need to make sure that the rain drains are not clogged. So I'm going to be using some nice trombone cleaner. This is what I used on my Miata to just clear out the drains. I bet these are gonna be pretty free, but it's a good idea. I need to really just put this brush in, I really just need to put a brush in like this, and then just feed it through, and it'll take any blockages on its way. And then I also need to make sure I do it on the ones on the inside. There's 2 drains, one on each side, one right here, one over there. I'm gonna see if I can put this in there. It's kind of not that long. I kind of thought this clear tube was for something related to the sunroof, but I don't know. So probably just gonna leave that alone for now. But that's the plan for today. I might need some help to actually install the sunroof, but I'm going to start off with just cleaning the drains. That's it for now. Scratch that, there's actually 4 drains, one on each side, so I'll just clean all those. Back to it. Little update. This trombone cleaner is not long enough to go all the way through. Sorry, it's not long enough to go all the way through, so I don't want to risk losing that. But I'm just gonna try spraying water to the drains to see if it comes through on the other side. I tried another method that did not work, but maybe this will work. Yeah. Nice. This one is free. Let's check the other. Here's this one is also free. So it is now time to put the sunroof in. There are 4 bolts on that side and 2 on that side, 2 on this side. I put those 4 bolts in loosely first because ideally I can just slide it over this. I paused on the rain drain for now, as this little plastic thing is non-existent. So I ordered a new part, or a new one, and I think it should be in tomorrow, so I'll pick it up. But for now, going to install this. Going to need some help from my girlfriend to install this. Hopefully it's not too hard. I know this thing's heavy, but we'll see. Okay. All right, little update on the sunroof. Emily and I were trying really hard to get the sunroof in the car. You put some grease on it to, like, you know, maybe try and help it slide in. We even popped it up, wasn't working. And everything I was seeing was that, you know, if you pop up the sunroof, it's easier to at least remove it. And, you know, I don't have power to do so. So I saw like a Honda Accord video where someone closed a sunroof with this little bit thing right here. So I took the good old Ugga Dugga machine, this thing right here, I put this thing, doesn't even fit or barely fits, very loose, and I Ugga Dugga'd it and it opened, it popped up. So this is at least good enough to remove the headliner, but I might not even need to do that. So I think now we're in business to get this to go over the little ledge. Like, we're really struggling to get it to pop up on this ledge. So now I think we're good, but there's so much grease all over the place, so I gotta clean up. But all right, soon, or more to come, more to come. It's not, it's supposed to be up more. So it has been a few days and the sunroof is still not in the car, but today is the day we make some progress. I will officially actually be removing this headliner as well as the sunroof cover itself. And I have a lot of footage and I'm not really sure what I'm all going to include. So I'll just do a little rundown of what I've done so far. So I've looked at all of the drains to see if they're free, and all of them are free. However, when doing so, I noticed on the right or the passenger side that the drain hose comes out here, and the water like is supposed to just, you know, drain into this little hole right there. I noticed that water was leaking from like right there, which is like where like a body line was or something. Not good. I see that this thing is broken, and this is called like rear deflector or something, and the other side is nice and, you know, working in good shape. Like the drain, the water comes here and it goes down there, which is good, great, love that. However, well, this side is broken, so the water isn't really draining properly, and it's going in between like two welded panels together, which is like not good. But like finding one of these is like impossible. Like the part is no longer available, and I've checked multiple dealerships and they say it's in stock, but then, you know, I call them and they're actually, yeah, that's discontinued. However, I did find a place, a Japanese website that I bought parts for, the Miata, before, that apparently has it in stock. So I ordered that. I'll see that in like a month if it is actually in stock. And then I also bought a bumper from OfferUp. It's pretty rough, I'm not gonna lie. Like that tab is pretty broken. I think I can epoxy it though, so I'm not too stressed about that. I bought this for $50, and honestly, probably not the best deal. However, it is red. Paint's not good, but I'm happy that's red, so it'll at least kind of match in the meantime. I will eventually take that trim off and paint it, but in the meantime, I will not worry about that. And I'm going to work on the sunroof. A little bit of an update. I got the headliner off, but I broke like every tab except for this one. Fun. Also, I got a package. This is for the Rx7. You guys are gonna have to wait to find out what this is, but I'm also getting a shipment next week with some parts. that this has to, or ties in with one of the parts I ordered. So that'll be in a later video, but super hyped about this. This is a vital component of the car. That's all I'm saying for now. But back to removing the actual sunroof itself, the cover. There's just these bolts right here, or nuts. Once I remove those, I should be able to just take this off. I might be able to save these clips. We'll see. I really hope I can save some at least, but that's it for now. So I got the cover off. It's actually pretty easy once the headliner was out. And now I just have the track left. And I've seen some people replace this little foam seal, I guess if you want to call it, with like literally some like window foam. And I'm debating doing that. I probably should, especially since it's already out, you know. And like, I mean, it all looks okay-ish up until like this spot right here. But like, for the people that I've seen that actually have done that, like their rack was just like rusted out, and mine actually looks like to be in pretty good condition. So I'm still debating, because I don't even know how I would like re-adhere this. So I guess I'll decide soon if I'm going to go that route. I did end up going to Ace Hardware to get some of this. I saw someone when they were installing their sunroof, they used this exact stuff, same size and everything. We'll see in the video, it looked a little big, so I was debating going down a size. I don't know, maybe I should have, but I mean, ideally the foam can just like compress if it needs to, and I doubt the margins of error is really like small, so. Alright, hopefully this goes well. I guess I'm just going to lay this on the ground and then perhaps just remove it all and then try, or maybe I'll do like a little test spot to see how this actually adheres. I guess we'll see. Little update. I have removed this, and honestly I think I'm pretty happy I removed it because it is pretty crusty. So now I am just going along the edges with a little razor blade to try and scrape all the old like glue or whatever was used for this. I got this side mostly done, or that half. I don't know how well I need to actually scrape it off. I did do a little test with this, and this is pretty strong, but I'm not sure how much I have to scrape off. I still need to do like here. I don't know if you can tell, like right here, there's still some left. Well, here I scraped some. So I'm going to work on that now. And then if I need to, I can just cut along this if this is too wide, which I probably will have to do. But that's it for now. All right, I got all of the junk off. It's looking pretty nice now. And now I'm going to put this on, and then I'll trim it after all this is on. I have put the new foam on. It does hang over a little bit, so I am going to go over and trim it up, the excess overhang. But honestly, I'm pretty happy that I did go this route because it was pretty bad. And hopefully this doesn't leak or anything. That was my concern, is that I was going to do more harm than good, but this hopefully should be all right. So I'm going to go trim now. So it's about like 3 minutes later, and I'm actually not going to go the trim route. I kind of did some right here, but it was kind of like scuffed, and honestly I don't know how much of a difference it's going to make. I tried like folding in some of the overhang, but honestly I think it'll be fine. I don't know obviously, but I think I'm just going to send it with this. I think this is a lot better than it was before, and I doubt this little extra overhang is gonna hopefully not bite me in the butt, but I guess we'll see in months from now. But for now, I'm going to actually try and put this back in by myself. I really struggled by myself, but this is much lighter now. So I'm gonna go ahead and try and do that now. So before I actually put this in the car, I am going to grease up the track that's on. I think this would be good because I would like to, have a functioning sunroof, and this can help it, I guess, just glide along easier. So I'm gonna do that now. It is the next day. Yesterday I was not able to install the sunroof myself, but I have a friend coming over later that's gonna help me, and we should be able to bolt it up. I'm really hoping so. But in the meantime, I'm going to try and get these clips out. I don't know, man. It's looking pretty grim, but if I can get them out, I'm going to try and either put them back in here or like super glue them. I don't know, but I'm going to go ahead and try at least. So a little bit of an update. We were able to get the sunroof track itself in. Now I'm just putting the actual cover on myself. There are 3 bolts on each side that I need to, or sorry, 3 nuts on each side I need to put in. I'll put them in loosely on this side, and then I need to do so as well on this side. I've not put them in yet. And as for headliner, all those clips are not coming out, so I'm not sure what I'm going to do there. Maybe I'll throw some, like, I don't know, like double-sided like duct tape or something. Not sure, but for now I'm happy. Kind of want to see if this leaks by like pouring some water on it, but we'll see if I do that. But oh well, back to it. So I have a little bit of a weird discovery. I was looking through my parts bin to try and find the actual sunroof controls for this, and it's looking pretty grim. I'm gonna be honest, I cannot find the sunroof controls for it. I did find the dome light down there. I'll show that more later. I did find the dome light, which is supposed to be like in the same proximity as the sunroof control, but I could not find the sunroof control. I did find like a little piece from what would be the sunroof control. However, I don't think I have it, and I don't really know how the wiring will look. Honestly, I see these cut wires here, which I don't even know what that's for. However, I do see this right here. The mirror should be right here, but I found the mirror in the parts, and it's almost identical. It has a little thing right there. It's almost identical to what's in the car, and it has like the same 1 screw right there and 1 screw right there, which same there. However, this has the actual light, or the switch for the dome light, but like, why is that there? That's my question. That doesn't make any sense. Like, why does this have a spare? I don't know, but this looks like it's in better condition than this. There's some like slight differences, but it mostly looks the same. So I'm probably just going to remove this and proceed with this, I guess. And then I'm pretty sure I can still put the headliner on for now. Like the wiring, I believe, is somewhat there. I don't know. I hope putting in the headliner doesn't bite me in the butt, but I guess we'll see. And that's it for now. And this is the actual dome light. I found this little piece in this bag that is the remainder of, I believe, what was the sunroof switch at one point. So I think we might just have a non-functional sunroof for now. I don't know. I guess we'll see. on top of that previous weirdness, I also found just one extra mirror. However, with this one, this appears to be an electric mirror, while the current one that's on the car is manual. And I mean, the manual one makes more sense to me, as this car, I believe, is a base model. However, I know on this generation of Rx7s from the factory, they came black. They were never, body matched. And I mean, this car was painted once, so this doesn't surprise me as well. But just weird. I have this, and on top of that kind of ties in with this. This is like the center console. I believe that little direction, or that little plus thing. Anyways, I believe that is for like actually navigating, or just using, the power mirrors. So I don't know if this is the center console from my car or from a spare car. Same for this mirror. It doesn't really matter. It's just an interesting little thing I found. Fun. All right, boys, the sunroof is now officially installed. Super happy about this. Not super happy about the wiring situation, but that's besides the point. It is now installed. I just dumped some water on, and I saw it go out the drain over there, and I didn't see any water go inside the cabin. So super stoked about that. I don't know if we'll ever have a functioning sunroof, but at least, well, hopefully it doesn't leak. I don't know if it will. It might in the future, but I hope it doesn't leak. Anyways, so we need to end the video with our checklist, and I have added a new section, wiring for sunroof. However, sunroof itself checked off. Big dub. Wiring, I'm not sure about that. However, in the next video, the plan is for the headliner and the trim. I did clean up this a little bit. We'll probably just tape it. I don't really know yet. We'll see. But headliner for the next video. And that should be fun. I'm not too worried about the wiring right now, because it seems like there's a lot of room for activities. And then I have this package that you guys might see in the next video, but we'll see. However, for now, that's it. And thanks for watching, and then see you in the next video.